Also, for most of the city, murder mystery in North Mississippi may be solved, or is it? Tippah County authorities say 59-year-old Carl Pimmons and 42-year-old Sarah Churchill were gunned down sometime Friday night in their home, but their bodies weren't discovered until yesterday morning. Investigators say they had a prime suspect, 29-year-old Timothy Walters, who lived with the couple. But Sunday night, Walters was found dead near Tupelo. Authorities believe he committed suicide. Claudia?
Strong African-American role models can play an important part in the fight against black-on-black crime. That's the message Memphis Police Director Melvin Burgess delivered tonight. Burgess encouraged the young men of Kappa Alpha Psi to participate in positive community programs, especially those promoting self-esteem in African-American youths. Burgess says Mayor W.W. Harrington is expected to announce additional action proposals as follow-ups to the recommendations from the Black-on-Black Crime Task Force report.
We'll stand down for the moment, but when we come back, Glenn Carver next with sports. He'll get us ready for ice hockey.
And some teams are having to deal with icy conditions outside. Stay with us.
Here's tonight's Q Quiz question. What's America's best-selling weekly magazine? Stay here. We'll have the answer for you coming up on 13 Eyewitness News.
What's clear? Crystal clear Amoco Ultimate. What isn't? All other premium gasolines. What's clear? Amoco Ultimate is the only premium refined an extra step to remove harmful impurities. The harmful impurities the other premiums leave in every tankful. What's clear? Why we do it. For unsurpassed performance and a cleaner environment. Crystal clear. Crystal clear Amoco Ultimate.
Parkwood Series Getting Better offers practical tips for healthy living. Susan Mulliken has today's thought.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The only real gift is a portion of thyself," and that's something to think about for the holidays. This year, try giving your time and your energy to someone who is spending the holidays alone or to someone Santa may have missed. It will mean a merrier Christmas for both of you.
Today's tip is a public service from Parkwood Hospital, just 15 minutes south of Memphis in Olive Branch.
Saving money has never been more important. That's why at Piggly Wiggly, we make it easier to save with a special red-hot price on items like young and tender split fryer breasts, just 99 cents a pound. Punch laundry detergent, only 89 cents. And California navel oranges, now 8 for $1. Those nickels and dimes can add up, and you'll never sacrifice quality for the savings you'll find every day at Piggly Wiggly.
Because there are people who count on you, Walmart features the battery you can count on. The Champion Switch battery. It's just $57.96 with exchange at Walmart. If it should ever run down, you just push this switch for a fresh start. You can count on the Champion Switch battery because it's the battery with a backup start. And you can count on Walmart for the low price on car batteries because it's the store that backs up this promise. Always the low price. Always.
Sure you boys will be all right?
Yeah, fine. Into overtime.
Ah, the virtues of milk.
The kickoff.
Milk helps supply protein for strong muscles, phosphorus for good hand-eye coordination,
He's wide open, but it's picked off.
calcium for strong bones,
Whammo! And it's an end around. What a play! It's all over. Holy total!
and thiamine
Hi, honey. Who won the game?
They did.
to boost your morale. Milk, it does a body good.
Glenn joins us now with sports.
Normally, when you think of Memphis State and Ole Miss, you're worried about heat stroke when they play.
Right.
But now we got some real football weather for this week.
Won't be out there in short sleeves, will you?
No way.
Real football. I think this year, with both teams, have real football as well.
There'll be enough heat on the field and in the stands, I think.
To keep everybody warm out there. Saturday afternoon, the Tigers and Rebels renew their gridiron rivalry that spans 71 years. And Ole Miss has enjoyed a comfortable lead in this series. The Rebs lead at 37 wins to 6 with 2 ties. So, of course, the Rebels feel they have something on Memphis State. But the Tigers have held their own recently. They've lost by an average of only 6 points over the past 3 games. So MSU is just one big play away from winning one of these things.
It also adds to the excitement of the Ole Miss rivalry. Of course, we're going to want to go out and put on a good performance, and we want to win this one bad now.
This is going to really be a game between the players, between the players at Memphis State and between the players at Ole Miss. And it's a big game for us. It always has been. It's one we've not won nearly as much as we really would like to.
And if you're wanting tickets to Saturday's game, you're out of luck. But this game, the sellout, is available on pay-per-view television, 2 o'clock kickoff down in Oxford. There are several high school games on this cold, blistery night. Over at Crum Stadium, the Woodell Cardinals were looking to wrap up the school's first district championship. They just had to beat a scrappy Southside team, and Southside wouldn't give in easily. Frederick Stewart hooking up with Menard McPherson for 1 touchdown. Give the fans a little something to cheer about to try and stay warm out there tonight. Woodell would bounce back, though. Chris Ison with a nice touchdown. Woodell wins it 33-6. What a turnaround for those guys. 1-9 last year, 9-1 this year. They go into the playoffs. They will meet the Melrose Golden Wildcats, who use their defense tonight to beat Hamilton. As Hamilton running back DeJuan Kimball got a taste of that right here. Melrose goes on to win this one at 28-12, so it's Woodell and Melrose in one of many playoff matchups next week. And of course, we have our Friday night blitz for you coming up tomorrow night. One other high school game tonight with a final called in Overton, all over White Station, in a whitewashing 21-0. Well, Saturday night, the Memphis River Kings play their home opener in the Central Hockey League. And to get you ready for this new sport, we continue our series on hockey, The Ice Age Cometh. Tonight, Eric Perkins takes us to hockey school to learn some of the basic rules.
Grounded version of basketball's jump ball. Games are played in 3 20-minute periods. In case of a tie, the teams play a 5-minute sudden death overtime. If the game's still tied after that, they have a shootout, which is 5 players from each team taking turns going one-on-one with the goalie until one of the teams wins. Perhaps the most common violation is offsides. Anytime a player from the offense crosses the blue line before the puck does, he is called for offsides. Referees frequently blow their whistles for icing. Icing is when a puck crosses the red line, the blue line, and the goal line. The defensive team, goalie not included, must touch the puck before icing is called. Tripping, hooking, spearing, and fighting are other common penalties that need no explanation.
Players guilty of the infractions I just mentioned will wind up here in the penalty box, usually for 2 minutes, depending on the severity of the penalty. Now, the penalized team winds up shorthanded, while the opposing team gets an advantage called a power play.
You have a 5-on-4. We have 5 players, they have 4. And my system, I have a setup. We have plays to run. You know, we should have clear shots on a power play because we have 1 extra man. 1 man should always be open. That's probably one of the most exciting once you get your power play really working well. Passing the puck around, it's pretty exciting.
A brand of hockey the River Kings have promised to deliver this year. Eric Perkins, 13 Eyewitness Sports.
Eric's still serving time in the penalty box, I guess, for that. Tomorrow night, we wrap up the Ice Age Cometh. Eric clears up some major misconceptions about the sport of hockey. Well, there were no big purses, no media hype, and no glamour. Therefore, there wasn't much talent in the boxing ring, but 45 regular guys with huge hearts slugged it out tonight at Memphis State for a great cause. The 17th annual Billy Bird Boxing Tournament continued tonight, raising money for United Cerebral Palsy. Boxing tournament wraps up tomorrow at MSU's University Center Ballroom, and you have to give those guys credit now. I mean, not just for raising money for charity, but to get in the ring and do that. It's like a tough man competition.
I've done that before for my college fraternity. And I mean,
is that what happened?
Yeah. That's why my nose looks like this. But after the first round, that first couple of flurries, your hands feel like 10 pounds apiece.
Must be worn out.
My feet would feel it from running.
Yeah, so
it's around the ring.
I felt that
you have
way
to admire those guys for getting in and doing that.
That's doing it for
not
charity,
easy.
for United Cerebral
Exactly.
Palsy.
I guess now they can move on to a career in hockey after that. They got the fighting part.
They got the fighting down.
All right, thanks, Glenn. Well, coming up next,
we'll show you how Memphians are adjusting to the sudden drop in the mercury.
13 Eyewitness Sports is brought to you by Nissan. See your local Nissan dealer now during the You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet sales event.
You've probably heard about the new Nissan Altima.
Nice car.
It starts at $13,000.
Nice price.
Still not convinced a car can be both luxurious and affordable? Call 1-800-NISSAN-3 and we'll send you this video, the ultimate driving experience. You'll see the results of an independent test where Altima performed incredibly well against cars costing up to twice as much, and you'll see it all free.
Free? Free is good.
Free is good.
It's that time of year when holiday guests will be visiting, and Ritual knows you'll want to entertain in style. At Ritual, you'll find great savings on our best-selling dining room suits and elegant traditional cherry, as well as the all-new Bassett Lodge collection.
Ritual Bassett Gallery.
You'll want that living room or family room to look just right, and at Ritual, you can afford to have it now with just $10 down and $10 a month with no interest for 1 full year. Ritual is America's #1 Bassett Gallery. Call today.
454-SAVE.
The modern-day Job story. Only the strong. Benny Rogers' gospel musical that's Broadway bound. Only the strong. Only the strong deals with religion.
Satan's taking us out one by one.
Only the strong will make you laugh.
Ain't nobody asked you to testify or test a lie.
At the Orpheum Theater Wednesday, November 4th through Sunday, November 8th. Tickets at Ticketmasters are charged by phone. Only the strong stars, the Reverend Darrell Coley and Vanessa Bell Armstrong.
I'll have a bacon cheeseburger and fries, please. Sonic's bacon cheeseburger and fries. Only $2.49.
No place hops like Sonic.
You about finished? How's it going? Great. We have a lot of good mechanics that shop at AutoZone. Well, you also have a lot of people who just want to save some money by doing a simple job themselves, like changing their oil or putting in new plugs. They just want to come in, get what they need, and get out. Well, at AutoZone, we have parts for just about every car made. So if you know what you want, great. But if you're not quite sure about something, no problem. We'll help. After all, that's what we're here for.
Bone-chilling cold. That's how you can describe it.
Freeze warning in effect for tonight for all of the Mid-South as the temperatures drop below freezing. Forecast for 8 a.m. tomorrow morning is at freezing, 32 degrees with a wind chill factor of 26 under cloudy skies, winds from the northwest at 6 miles per hour. The rest of the day tomorrow, we could see some peaks of sunshine. If we do, we'll get to a high of 46 degrees, winds from the north at 10 miles per hour. And in the extended outlook from Weather Center 13, sunny skies returning on Saturday and Sunday. That'll bring the temperature up to around 50 degrees, but not until you have a cold night on Friday night, Saturday morning with a low of 27. And then partly cloudy Monday and Tuesday, high temperatures warming up to the 60s, low temperatures warming up to the 40s.
Boy, that cloud cover on Saturday, the temperature's going right down the bucket then, huh?
So we have a lot of visitors from out of town, Church of God in Christ. They're used to cold temperatures in Detroit, Chicago. We wanted them to feel at home.
That's right.
That's right. So
Go warm up the cars in the parking lot now, okay?
Okay. Well, now the answer to tonight's Q quiz question.
What's America's best-selling weekly magazine? No, it's TV Guide.
Oh, okay.
Well, even though Jim is telling us it's extremely cold outside, it is still fall.
Yes, and you wouldn't have known that by today's weather. As you can see, now these Memphis State students brace for today's high temperature of 40 degrees. Perhaps a chill is more of a shock after the mild weather that we've had this season. Just so you know, winter doesn't begin for another 6 weeks, December 21st to be exact.
Boy, you're just full of good news, aren't you?
Didn't used to hate walking to class though when it's cold like that. Oh boy, cut many classes.
That was a few years ago. At least for me.
Okay.
Several years ago for me.
They had central heat then, didn't they? Okay.
That's our 10 o'clock report. Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget Rochelle and Mike in the morning at 6:30. We're all back here tomorrow night at 6. Take care, everybody.
He won't.
Get ready. Tonight's Piggy Bucks cash giveaway is about to begin.
Hey, if you could use a few extra bucks, remember that Piggy Bucks lets you bring home the bacon. And it's so easy to play and win. As easy as walking into Piggly Wiggly and then watching 13 Eyewitness News at 10. That's what A867898 did. A867898 wins $500.
Play Piggy Bucks and win big with a pig.
Can anyone tell me, how does Fred do it? Why, he's got old-fashioned printed quilts for just $17.99. 10-cup coffee makers only $12.99. And Cannon bath towels, 2 for $5. Now that's just the beginning. Advil's $3.49. Dawn's only 99 cents. And Angel Soft, less than 8